What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. And here I thought we were done with the big drops. I thought SDS with content was going to give us the Frankie Lindor treatment. And no more. We're done with you. I thought it was going to be have an event right there next week, player program. 98 Peter Borges, the rest of the year is going to go like that. Not the case, because we've got a content drop this week that I'd reckon would score at least a 6 on the wetness scale, or the equivalent of showing a girl your Funko Pop collection on the first date. We have a good amount of shit to talk about in today's video. Good amount of diamonds, 10 plus, handful, something you can grab, and hopefully some good ones too. So before we get into that and more, leave a like down below on this video. As always, definitely makes Gomer smile, and subscribe. Oh, you gonna have to sub to the OnlyFans to see what that's gonna do to the old Gomey boy. But going on to this, looking at the schedule, first of all, the first thing I want to talk about, it's not the 11th inning program, it's not the run it back content that is not on the schedule but is coming, trust me on that. It's the Let the Kids Play event. Why am I talking about this? It's an event. Who really cares in the grand scheme of things? Me. This is something I'm very intrigued about. Let the kids play using prospects, future stars. One might think, one very intellectual being might think that perhaps we're going to get some of the big future stars that we have been looking for quite some time now. In particular, I'm talking about the Adley Rutschmans. I'm talking about the Wander Francos of the world. Hopefully, this is where we see them. Of course, we have confirmation. We'll talk about it later. The 11th inning program, all further programs. No more new bosses coming in hot, so it's just going to be loot. So the way to get big cards in is probably going to be event or something of that sort, not the boss program. So hopefully we do see something like an Adley Rutschman 99, in my opinion, top tier, top 1 catcher in the game. Gonna have to wait and see as far as that goes. That is gonna be on Friday, and actually all the content that we're gonna talk about today is gonna be on Friday. So no midweek update, but it is gonna be quite substantial coming in on Friday. Here we're gonna talk about the 11th inning program, which as you might have succumbed to the realization after reading it or after me saying it approximately 45 seconds ago, tons of rewards, including all previous inning boss choice packs. So what does this say? What does this mean? Oh, why, of course, what it means is we're going to get tons of packs, tons of loot, stubs, maybe XP. Who knows? Do you guys still need XP at this point? But this is me hopping back what it was last year. So you'll see on the side panel, basically, that's how you progressed. There would still be a voucher as there is currently, but it'd just be a lot of packs. Everything that we've accrued and accumulated throughout the year would basically be showing up right here. So this means if you have boss players that are still sellable, I don't know why you would. Now would probably be a good time to sell those bitches off because they are going to go down in price foreseeably, considering everybody's going to get a second crack at these. So that's definitely a good idea if you still have unsellable like 4th, 5th, 6th inning bosses. I don't know if you would, because I personally don't. I have all the vouchers completed. If I got those, I completed the vouchers. So I think that's going to be a good idea for you guys to do going forward. And yeah, no unique bosses, don't expect that to be happening because it is not. So yeah, that's the 11th inning program. Kind of disappointing. Again, I mentioned it in previous videos, but this is earlier that they're shutting down the boss programs opposed to last year. Last year, I remember it was even after Thanksgiving that it was even conceived. It wasn't even being thought of prior to then. So yeah, I think we're about a couple weeks, 2 to 4 weeks you know, ahead of the shutdown, which I would you know, bring that, accumulate it to the game. They don't want to delay it, possibly, you know, with the sickness and everything, with the jump to the next generation. They want to make damn sure they're on their game, and it makes sense. I want to make damn sure that it's a good game too, SDS, and don't squander this opportunity. So yeah, the 11th inning program, not that exciting, but it is going to be coming. This is going to probably be a bit more exciting for you guys. Run it back. Content is coming, well, back. As you can see here, we don't have the attributes yet, but 97 Signature Series Dennis Eckersley is going to be returning. It should be a one-to-one copy from his Signature Series card from last year. And yeah, the run it back content, I'm going to go over some guys that I think potentially could get a card there, but I'll be honest, run it back for me is going to be run it forward first or some shit, if you get what I mean, because I haven't spread the cheeks of this program yet. I don't know. I'm very intrigued, of course, by the 91 Elvis Andrus, but I just have not had a chance to really want to grind out Conquest or Showdown for it. Let me know if you guys have actually been playing Run It Back that much so far. But going through a couple guys that I do think could get cards. I don't like how screenshots work on PS5, by the way, opposed to PS4. Yeah, let me bitch about my new $500 machine. Adam Dunn here, I think, is a shoo-in for a card. This is more or less going to be a Battle Royale kind of guy, bench back kind of guy, anything but starting in your outfield kind of guy, because I would not recommend it. Also, his nice amount of contact against lefties and low vision, just not really going to be too viable to actually play, but an all-star difficulty could be. Could still hit some fucking nukes with him. See what I mean? Why does it have to do that? Why do I need more options popping up when I'm going to the next one? As if I have such a pea-sized brain that I just forgot how to do such. Why can't I have that access with the D-pad? Maybe I'm just complaining overly. Carlos Gonzalez, really hope he gets a card. And really hope it's not a Signature Series. Of course, he didn't win the MVP. Him and Votto were really duking it out in 2010. I always remember because the MLB The Show 11 intro always was about that. So I'm well versed in both of these guys' 2010 campaigns, but I would love to see a Silver Slugger card because I assume he did win that in 2010. That's better. I want to see better hitting stats with still 90 plus arm strength. Would be a very good card. Russell Martin, ironically, is actually not bad. I typically have used him in the last couple years. In 18 and 19, I think he got pretty decent cards, but again, at this point, not really a point to release him, not really a point to have him on your team, because there's just simply much better options. But this is probably maybe his last year in the league. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see. Josh Bell, obviously, this is a finest card. I don't think we're getting any more finest flashbacks, but I would love to see them just in general have a lot of cards from previous or recent years, actually. So cards from 2019 that we didn't get a flashback, so to speak, but a Josh Bell not Signature Series. Well, good lord, maybe, because it looks like he could probably have a prime card, because it might be past him by this point. Hoping for the best, Pirates fans. Thanks for Meadows, and especially Glass now. But Josh Bell, would love to see a card. Of course, he has his team affinity, but this card would be a much better. Always has a great swing and a switch hitting bat. Danny Santana, weird card. Why am I bringing this up? And maybe is it for your Minnesota Twins all-time team? Could be. Might be the case. You know, the pinnacle of versatility right here, can play exactly every spot except pitcher and catcher. No defense, but all the hitting. Jake Arrieta, of course, this guy was considered. Some people thought he was going to be the player program. It was not. It was Miggy, of course. I think this is a perfect spot to put a 97, 98 Jake Arrieta card in the run-it-back program. David Price, not too excited about this one yet. Rays fan, don't care. Still not going to use him. The two-seamer just doesn't work for him. Some guys, it does look like a sinker. It kind of acts like that pitch, but it's very hittable. And then when you kind of just take out that pitch acting as if it's not there, you have a lefty with 90 hit per 9, a four-seam, a cutter. Not bad, I suppose, but a curveball and a changeup. You don't have a slider, and you don't really have that good attributes. So if you it's BP, more or less, if you can't get what I'm saying. I don't believe we have a Rob Nen yet. Let me confirm this. Again, this would be more seamless, more smooth on the PS4, so perhaps looking to sell this bad boy. But I don't think we have a prime Rob Nen yet, if I am correct. And I'm definitely not correct in searching for the relief pitchers. Rob Nen. 92. Yeah, so we can still get a better Rob Nen card. And as you guys can see, it's really good. You know, his card last year, a 4-seam going outlier would be fantastic. Mix that with an 88 splitter, kind of a lot like Rob Dibble, except you're adding another pitch on top of it, having 2 different breaking balls. This would be really good to see. I know it's only a 95 overall, but this would still be a really nice reliever to have, even in the wake of all the finest relievers that we've gotten. And then finally, the man filled with more artificial ingredients than a Baby Ruth. Who gets that reference, huh? Ryan Braun, of course. I think he's a possibility, of course. You know, we talked about in my previous news video, some cards that I think are still going to come out. Obviously, there's not too many avenues with no more inning programs. Maybe one more World Series, maybe one more ranked is likely all we're going to see. So we're not going to have really a place for some of these mid-tier cards. I think it's going to be somewhere in this Run It Back program and in future events, most likely. So I think that's a good amount of cards. Hopefully I'm at least 50% accurate with those selections. But let me know what you guys think. Who would you guys like to see coming in on Friday? And then content to come. I talked about it. It seems like a good portion is going to come through events. We have the Let the Kids Play event. That's going to last for all of 5 days. So it really seems they're going to jam-pack these. Hopefully they all have unique rewards. It's going to be kind of tough if you have school or obligations and you don't live your life on the show. So you won't be able to grind these out. But I can't imagine the reward or the requirements for wins is going to be too heavy. So could be the case, could still be good rewards and low requirements, which I hope is what we see. So we can still get some good cards. You know, they definitely can jam pack a lot of high flashback overalls from recent years, cards we haven't seen before, some Rookie of the Year. Shohei Ohtani, he's on the thumbnail, of course. I would love to see him. I was talking about it on Twitter. Those kind of cards, I really hope that we do see that in some capacity. And then Ranked Reset is going to be on the 30th again. Comcast just to blame for that rating, not my skill, of course. How could you be so foolish to think such? The Thanksgiving Conquest map is going to be on the 25th, and MLB 2021. We're waiting for news. We're waiting for the cover athlete announcement. Hopefully it's going to be at some point before MLB The Show 21 releases and ships. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you for watching. Bye. Lost train of thought.